I've been a full-time licensed realtor for 26 years now. I'm licensed in Ohio and Kentucky. And I've been coaching realtors for the last couple years. I still sell a little bit, but mainly my career is all coaching, and I absolutely love it. Today, I'm going to interview and have a short discussion with Jason Shine. I met Jason about 4 years ago, maybe 5 years ago. We were both using the same marketing company that we love. That's how we met up in Washington, D.C. And he's just a great guy, really knows his stuff. And like me, I think he's still licensed and he still sells somewhat. But like me, he also coaches. And the purpose of our video today is to help newer agents or agents that have been around for a while who are struggling, who don't have enough business. Jason and I are both going to give our thoughts on what you could do to get more business. So with that, I'll turn it over to you, Jason, and just give them a little bit about your background.
Sure. Well, thank you, Jim, for having me today. I really appreciate it. My background, I got licensed in 2009. And a couple years into my sales business, I was asked by the brokerage I was with at the time to be a coach and a mentor for new agents coming into the business. And it was really an excellent opportunity for me because I love working with people. I love helping others to discover their passions and then fulfill it with a profitable business. So that's how I got into to coaching. In 2015, I launched my own coaching business as opposed to continuing in real estate sales. And it's been very fulfilling for me to see the growth and production of the agents I work with.
Yeah, I'm so impressed with Jason. And the other thing Jason and I both have in common is we each wrote a book in the last few years. Me about 3 years ago and Jason just last year. So let's just kind of jump right into this, Jason. And what advice would you give to the newer agent or the agent that's been around for 2 or 3 or 4 years who's really struggling, who's not making enough money? What kind of advice would you give them?
Sure. Well, first, I would say I would address sort of the mindset behind success in real estate. And a lot of it is about just dedication and commitment to the path that it takes to be successful. Oftentimes, you can see agents jump into the business, and a couple years later, half the class that joined the brokerage or joined the team during that time is gone. So just having a mindset and an attitude that you started it and you're going to finish it is, I think, critical for success. So that's the first thing. And then a couple other things I think are important, just jumping right into the practical aspect of it. I'm a big relationship person, and I believe real estate is a relationship business. So being a relatable person is going to be very important and critical for your success. So one of the ways that early on in my business that I actually generated leads and additional contacts was actually doing things I already enjoyed. For example, I'm a martial artist, and I joined a dojo in the local market area, not to get business per se, but just to do something I enjoyed. And each year, just being a part of that particular martial arts studio led to a transaction that paid for not only my martial arts classes, but also additional marketing and other tools for my real estate business. So just find the things that you are passionate about and that you enjoy, and start doing them and communicating to the people around you that you're in the real estate business. I think that's just one easy way relationally.
Yeah, I think that's awesome. And I think my opinion has always been, for all 26 years, that most of the managers and most of the brokers and the owners are certainly well-meaning and they're good people and they understand real estate. But I really don't think they do a good job of training their realtors and letting their realtors know what it takes to make it in this business. And they have classes, they have all kinds of classes, and you can get designations, and they offer those. But in my opinion, what they need to teach the newer realtors is that you have to prospect. Just because you get your license does not mean that people are going to be calling you and swarming to you saying, hey, I'd like to buy a house or I'd like to list my house.
Yeah.
And, that being said, there's so many ways, and I know your focus is mainly on relationship marketing, and that is a great way to get business. There's a lot of ways for realtors to get business in this market. There's a lot of ways, and what I found, what is best for me is to prospect and prospect daily. And the people that I choose to prospect all want to sell right now. I have always, all 26 years, gone after for sale by owners and expires. I say always, but that's not quite true. When I first started my career 26 years ago, I paid a coaching organization. As a matter of fact, they're still around. I won't mention her name, but they're probably the top coaching organization. And after paying them, what they told me to do was make like 50 phone calls a day and knock on 25 to 50 doors every weekend and call my sphere 3 or 4 times every year and let them know I'm still in real estate and ask for referrals. And I did that my first couple of years. And I think most managers and most brokers are still coaching that, still telling their agents to do that. And those things certainly do work. They do work. But what I've discovered over the years is rather than just like picking up that phone and dialing numbers out of the directory or just knocking on neighborhood doors, why not focus 100% of my time prospecting people who want to sell property right now? And there's two groups of them, and that's for sale by owners and expireds. So that's what I started doing like 23, 24 years ago, and it's really worked for me because they all want to sell right now.
Yeah.
And I would imagine that's part of your coaching as well. But I also believe that relationship marketing, the referral-based business, is something that even a lot of experienced agents miss out on. And they miss out on it because they have the sale, they get their check, and then they're looking for the next deal, always looking for the next deal. Whereas it's so much easier to get referral business than it is new business. So we should all, regardless how you prospect, regardless how you get business, we should all be staying in touch with our past clients to get repeat business or referral business. Do you have any specific tips or pointers that you would give the agents how they should be doing that?
Yeah, so I think one of the big things is FaceTime. And I don't mean just with the FaceTime on your smartphone, your mobile device, but actually getting face-to-face with people. And that's how you build relationships. So whether it's having coffee with referral partners, whether it's having client events, whether it's even just having a quick visit at a recent buyer or popping by a recent seller's house or place of employment. One of the things that I do, and I have a couple of pieces here, and we've got our own little branded coffee pack here, and we'll take that to someone's home or to someone's office and just say, hey, we're in the area and just wanted to drop off something for you. So just getting that face-to-face interaction, I think, is important. And from that, we've been able to generate a great referral business. I think we are over 85% referral based. And it's a known fact in sales that it's easier, and I think you mentioned this a few moments ago, it's so much easier to keep a client than it is to get a new one. And it's so much easier to get more clients from someone you already have a relationship with than it is to market and get a new relationship.
You're dead on. And I know even my first 10 or 15 years, I missed out on that. I was one of those agents that had the sale, even though I was a top agent. I would have the sale, I'd thank him, I'd give him some kind of thank you gift at closing, and then I forgot about him. I mean, it's ridiculous. It's embarrassing. I just give the agents that are watching this little video a short tip. The top agent in our market, her name is Cindy. She's Keller Williams, just like me. I recruited her to Keller Williams about 3 years ago. But what she does is she sends a birthday card, a custom birthday card, to everybody she has ever worked with. She's been licensed for 11 years. And even if they didn't buy, if Cindy worked with them as a buyer or a seller, but it didn't buy or it didn't sell, if she worked with them, they still get a birthday card on their birthday or right around their birthday every single year, reminding them that she is a realtor. And it's a happy birthday card on the inside. She says, I enjoyed working with you. Please enjoy a cup of coffee on me. And she includes a $5 Starbucks gift card. Now that's phenomenal. But most agents, and like I said, I'm guilty. My first 10 or 15 years, I had a closing. I forgot about him and I moved on to the next one. I'm sure I lost out in hundreds of thousands of dollars of commissions those first 15 years. Now, the last 10 years, I am staying in touch. And I'm going to share real quickly, Jason, with everybody who's watching what I've been doing the last few years, and it's truly phenomenal. I told you guys I'm convinced the best way for me or for any realtor to get business is to work with people who want to sell right now, buy or sell right now. And that's for sale by owners and expireds. And I use the company, and I know, Jason, you started using them too. It's a brand new company. It's called Banner Season. Started using this company a while, maybe 3 or 4 months ago. I used another marketing company before that who did something similar. But Banner Season offers a lot more, and I'll give you an example of what it is. Here's how I prospect and how I coach realtors to prospect a for sale by owner. If it's a for sale by owner or an expired listing, you drive by and take a photo of that home. And through this marketing company, on your laptop or on your phone, you can design greeting cards. And here's an example of one. I put the photo of their home on the front. And this one was an expired. I have your listing is expired. Are you still interested in selling? So that's the front of the card. And they get that card with a short message from me on the inside, my information. And on the back of the card, I also put a photo of their house, back of their house. And a lot of agents want to put their information on the back, but I think it has more power to put the client's home both, because my information is on the inside. But they get this card in a box, and I include brownies. They get brownies, or sometimes I include brownies, and sometimes I include a coffee mug. Look at this. With this particular one, I put their photos of their house, front and back, on a coffee mug. Now, think about that. Coffee mug cost me $14.99. The card cost me $1.49 and about $10 shipping, so about $25, $26. They got a box with these two things geared towards their house. They obviously see their house. And compare that with what all the other realtors are sending that expired listing. What they're sending them is company information, an envelope with a nice folder, very professional folder, and information about how great the company is or how great the realtor is. And they get dozens of those from everybody else, and we're getting all these phone calls from all these realtors trying to get the business. And from me, they get a box in the mail like this. It's incredibly powerful. I'll share just a couple other products. Just like 2 weeks ago, Banner Season came out with a new product, and wait till you see this. The cards have always been 5x7, and they're wonderful. But now we can send 8.5 by 11 cards, and we can design the envelope that the cards come in. Look at this. This is the actual envelope with the postage on it. There is a photo of the house. And when they get that in the mail with all the other mail, it's going to blow them away because it has their house on the envelope. And then you pull the card out, and it's a heavy stock card. Again, with a photo of their house. This particular card was a thank you card to some clients up in Michigan who sold their Michigan home and their Cincinnati home with us. But this is a thank you card they got with a photo of their home, an aerial photo we used. And on the inside, the thank you note from Michelle and me. And on the bottom of this big card is a view from their backyard into Lake Michigan. And then on the back, photo of their house. So these things are great for thank yous, but they're even better to prospect. So if you're going after a for sale by owner and expired, instead of doing what everybody else is doing, phone call, door knock, mail them the company information, drive by, take a photo of their house. Either put it on a big card like that, where you can also put it on the envelope, or on a 5x7 card, and send that with a mug. Powerful stuff. I mean, it's really powerful stuff. I'll share just a couple other products. I shared the mugs. Here's another mug. This is a mug, actually, of that. We sent this along, too, of that house up in Michigan. You can do a full wrap mug. So you can do coffee mugs. There's another one. This was a thank you mug, too. It looks a little dark on the computer, but it's very crisp and clear on the mug. And you can also now do water bottles. This is a water bottle I actually designed and sent to myself. Pictures of our grandchildren and me. But it's truly phenomenal. You can custom design cards, mugs, water bottles. There's some Christmas decorations you can design. You can custom design golf balls and put your information or the client's information on the actual golf ball. I use them for stay in touch. Jason, you talked about staying in touch with your past clients. This is a past client, and I saw on Facebook they were going to have their first baby, and they posted this on Facebook. So I took that off of Facebook, put it on the front of a card, and on the inside some pictures of them, and on the back also a photo of them. And I sent that to them with 2 coffee mugs with photos of them from Facebook. So anyway, what's your experience been? I know you've been using Banner Season probably almost as long as me. How do you like it so far?
Yeah, I'm loving it. And what you're talking about, Jim, is the wow factor. And when I got started in real estate, one of my first brokers always talked about doing 2% more. And that 2% more is not something that's extremely dramatic, but what you're talking about here, just, we all have sent handwritten notes, or, we've gone to the car store and bought something, and gift shop and bought something and sent it to a client. So that's nothing new. But being able to put pictures on a cart like you just showed, or on a coffee mug, that's that 2% difference that we're talking about. Yeah. So I would encourage new agents, or even experienced agents, to think about what is going to be that 2% more factor that you can implement into your business, into your communication plan, that's going to allow you to stand out from the other hundreds or thousands even of agents who are trying to do the same thing that you're doing in your business. So I've used the golf balls as well, and I put our real estate logo on that. And when I play golf, sometimes I hit an errant shot, and that ball will end up on the course. But I also mail them to folks in my sphere and put them with their name on the ball, and it's kind of, again, that wow factor. So now they're getting to remember me while they're doing something they enjoy, like playing golf. So it's staying top of mind, but doing it in a way that's, again, 2% more and different from everybody else.
And that's the key, different than all the other agents. Different than all the other agents. Because a lot of realtors don't like this when I say it, but it's a fact. The public does not have a really good opinion of our industry. Now, that's not a knock on you, whoever you're watching this, or me, or Jason, or any other individual realtor. But if you go to Gallup does a poll every year, and they have the public rank where our industry, real estate agents, fall in high trust level with the other industries. And we're actually below lawyers and public trust. And we've been there the last 5 years. So when you do things differently and you make your touches with your prospect or your client about them more so than about you, it really sets you apart. One other product I didn't mention before, but I'm going to share very quickly, is they have some delicious brownies, and they have some other edibles too. And not only can you send these brownies, but you can custom design the labels to fit that client. Like this gentleman bought this house from me and fixed it up and sold it. It was an investment home. So he got a thank you card and a box of brownies with photos of him in the home that he bought from me. So it's an incredibly powerful thing. I mentioned earlier that Jason and I both wrote books. This is a book that I wrote. It's called Revolution in Real Estate Sales. You can get it on Amazon for $9.95. Do you have a copy of yours in front of you, Jason?
I don't, but on my site, realsmartconsulting.com, you can get information about that right on the website.
It's an awesome book. I read it when you first wrote it. I was really impressed. So if you want to get in touch with Jason, please message him on Facebook, or you can Google Jason Shine. You'll have no problem finding him. Same with me, Jim McCord. If you're interested in either Jason's coaching or my coaching, or a combination of both, or if you want to join bannerseason.com and check that out, go to bannerseason.com and then either message or call Jason or me, and we'll give you our invitation codes. So that's it for this video. Jason, it's great talking to you. I look forward to catching up with you again sometime soon.
Definitely. Thanks for having me.
All right. Have a great day.